Let's get a energy check-in. Let's get an energy check-in. Spirit, what is it that the collective needs to know? Overall energy, you have the Two of Wands. Forward movement, taking the actions of something, prioritizing plans, looking above and beyond the horizon. All right, you get the Four of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Something is returning from the past. There's a second opportunity coming in for somebody with something emotionally. You're planning something, you're moving forward. There's an emotional new beginning for somebody. Let's see, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? The Eight of Swords, because you're mentally walking away from something. You're actually allowing yourself to close out a past version of yourself. This is you stepping into a new timeline for yourself, right? Knowing that something, you're going to have to sit and feel something in order for you to realize what it is that you're holding on to, that you know you need to release. So it does require you to sit still. The most dangerous thing is still water, because you don't know what it is actually working on, right? So somebody is working in secrecy, silence. You get the Nine of Pentacles with Star and Justice here. It's a lot of karmic debt or some type of justice, balancing the scales out. So there's a renewal here for someone. When it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, accountability is at play, cause and effects. Let's get one more. You get the Nine of Swords, anxiety. Mind you, you go from the 7 to the 9. So when you actively decide to release something, you may feel that energetically. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune, whatever this was, if it wasn't your energy, it is going back. It's a heavy return to sender, because somebody's rebirthing themselves, aligning yourself to what's actually true, dismantling the illusions that people have been placing on your path mentally and emotionally, keeping you stuck. King of Cups needs you to balance this out emotionally, grounding yourself, increasing your emotional intelligence. Someone needs to read Atomic Habits, a book on personality. Maybe you need to seek guidance therapy. Getting out of the I, because you're deflecting on someone's deflecting when it comes to something. So because maybe you are actually emotionally more grounded than someone wanted to paint you out to be, someone is having to see you in a different light, whether they like it or not. And I'm going to tell you now, someone's not going to give you your flowers with this Star energy. Someone that you've walked away from the past, y'all have had too much history together to where they don't see this new version of you. They can only see one version, because energetically they're still stuck. So they'll never be able to see your growth. And so you do have to walk away from people. You get the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, King of Cups. And both of these are both not only grounded in the 3D, but emotional. Because water is going to determine your finances, emotions, energy in motion. Why you got the King of Cups with the King of Pentacles, right? Let's see. The Page of Swords. Oh, these two must be communicating. That's what I'm saying. So whoever these two individuals are, they speaking on you. These could be siblings. Not picking up lovers. Aggressively too. I mean, not liking the way that you sit, and somebody don't like what you do in this star energy. They don't like who you've become because they can't feed off this version of you. Because they don't want to do the work to become a better version of themselves. Judgment. Can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. They can't feed off you. It's energetically, spiritually, they are not aligned with you. And it's family for somebody. Somebody in their family was, and I don't want to say chosen, but you willing to do the work. You willing to do the work. You showing up for something. And that looks different. And because you're willing to do that, they're probably mad that you don't walked away. Because you don't have their burdens. You don't have their problems. They are not your responsibility. And guess what happens? Because you choose to keep fucking moving forward, you go to your highest timeline, you get to your highest self, and you finally close this shit out completely. Not only emotionally, but mentally, and that's really what has been stopping you. And so, like, with this Wheel of Fortune, you're getting us with the page here at the bottom. You're getting an opportunity to finally actually close something out energetically. Finally close out that chapter. It doesn't mean you're forgetting anything that you went through. It genuinely just means that you're accepting the things and you understanding, okay, they can't come with me. I can't keep holding on to these. These are my problems, my burdens. That's not my fears. That's not my doubts. Those the illusions are thrown my way. Yeah, these people have tried to sacrifice you. Yeah, these people have tried to call justice and judgment on you, on your pack, on your forward movement. They literally did not want you to keep moving forward. And if you was in the Two of Wands, it's kind of like, yeah, you have that passion to do something, but you're not seeing any progression because you're mentally keep looping yourself in a cycle, and emotionally you get stuck. And so you'll replay a scene. There's some type of trauma here that keeps replaying itself, and you keep looping on that wheel. And so now it's like, are you going to close this out or not? And if you genuinely are, that means you have to let go of the lack, the scarcity, the doubts. You do. You have to be in this present moment. And with you doing that, that's when you go through that renewal in the start, and you realize the magic is in the moment. It's in this new beginning. And so it's kind of like, are you willing to balance the scales out? You know that your past is what's dictating your current present, but it doesn't have to dictate the future. And so it's like, okay, well, ain't no reason for me to keep holding on to that. Okay, so let me get emotionally grounded. What does that feel like internally? How can I regulate my nervous system? How can I be not only the King of Cups, but the King of Pentacles? That's spiritually grounded, that's mentally, that's emotionally. Like, you are, what is it, on the avatar, you're earthbender. You live in Boston, say, you know. But knowing, like, the Earth King, he was a very youthful individual, and he wasn't as serious until he needed to be. With judgment and death, you're fucking going to keep moving forward regardless of how people, what they speak about, what they, like, somebody is continuously going back to see if something's working. Did it work? Did it work? No. They're not going to be able to cause an end to nothing. They're not going to be able to stop anything on your fucking path. They're not genuinely going to be able to at all. Boy, I tell you, so emotionally and mentally, you need to get out of this rut. There is a transition phase that you are, it's time for you to release these burdens, the responsibilities of feeling like you have to show up for individuals. Show up for yourself first. Bleed your own fucking self to the goddamn well. And if they decide to follow, cool, but nah, not this season. Justice. What's this justice about? Ooh, you get the Hierophant. Wanting to spiritual bridge. More discipline. Like, this is where it's like like, when I say self-accountability, this is about boundaries. Justice with the Hierophant. Somebody's being spiritually judged right now. Taurus or Libra. Somebody, a father figure. Somebody needs to, you don't have a burden. I can't make it up. You don't have their burdens. You don't have their responsibilities. You don't have that weight. And they wanted to give you that pressure. Wanted you burnt out here. Oh no. So it's like I said, it's some returning to you. You need to seek your ascended masters. You're spiritually protected, whoever you are. Like, you got some of the most, you got the Hierophant, the Star, the Judgment. Like, Spirit is going to continuously push you forward. Your higher self got you, right? Let's give it one more. You get the Page of Swords. I mean, not the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. So they don't like how you stand up for yourself. Maybe you the one out here, you calling this. You calling the shots. Somebody out here calling the shots and don't even know it. Be mindful of what it is you speaking. On what you speaking to yourself. Because it's like with that Hierophant energy, is that like this hold on, the swords are his messengers, and this is a knight, so it's somebody that's coming fast. More air energy. So your downloads are very amplified right now. So you could be sensitive to energy. So be mindful with this 10 here of who and what you are giving your energy to, because you don't want to be picking up too much energy right now. If you are like with this star, because you're going through a rebirth. So that means you're releasing a lot of weight. So be mindful of what it is that you're picking up. And also what residue you are leaving behind. Because there's somebody trailing you. And that's that Page of Swords. They're going back speaking on every little bird come that you leave. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's not going to get them nowhere. Because death is here. They won't be able to energetically get to you. Let's see. I want to pull. Let's see. I want to make sure. Let me see. What is the collective's energy? Yep. Death. Should you? Telling you. You keep moving forward. You keep moving forward. Major transformation. Major. You have completed a cycle. Congratulations, whoever you are. And I know you've been under spiritual attack for a minute yet. I mean, like, years. This is like somebody going through their Saturn return. So it's like, if you're 29, or, well, I would say 29, but if you're 27 to 31, you could be feeling an energetic shift. I want to say, what's the next one? 30, 35 to 41, and then like 57. It's just different ages. You can look up a Saturn return and what ages it usually affect people. But also this has a lot to do with trauma. This also has a lot to do with emotional development, and it just has a lot to do with anything that could be hindering you. A lot of people, and especially if you're someone that grew up in survival mode, you probably had to grow up young. So that means you have to do a lot of things young. You have responsibilities young. So that means a lot of things probably hit you at a younger age. And so now you could be very wise for like this Hierophant. You could be the Hierophant. You can be a wise individual, and this King of Cups as well, and the King of Pentacles, and you can be that bridge for some people. And when they fuck over you, they go through a heavy judgment, and they don't know that because they treat you just like anybody else. Some people are having to learn the hard way. You are a dark angel, and not in the sense of where it's like you balance the scales for a lot of individuals, especially if you the fucking bridge. They come across people who have actual moral integrity, who have boundaries, and who have a foundation, and then they think that they finna come play in their face, and then you get the fuck away from them. And you were supposed to teach them a lesson, and you were supposed to actually help these individuals ascend who didn't want to do the work. They go through karma, and that's their karma. They could have followed the path, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to. They did not want to. But I just wanted to come check in, make sure that you're still walking the highest timeline that resonates with you. Make sure you're regulating your nervous system, knowing that people right now, it's a lot going on. It's hot as hell outside. Now, I know you're probably looking at me because I got on a long sleeve. I'm at home. I'm comfortable. So I wear long sleeve year round. It works for me, right? But it is hot. And I mean in the sense of knowing that the sun isn't hot. It's what's picking up the energy is hot. And so if people are chaotic or in survival mode or in an acidic state, baby, they gonna try to put that energy on any and everything that is not in that state. So the more alkaline you are, baby, you are a threat to the system. You are a threat to the system. So I'm gonna get one more. I want to clarify. I want the Page of Swords. Who's this aggressive individual? The Star in reverse comes out disappointed. Somebody is disappointed because it didn't work. Could be an Aquarius for somebody. Mind you, this is more air energy. Someone that's younger than you. Whoever this Page of Swords is on speaking to you back to these male figures. She's still moving forward. She still ain't reached out. Pissed off. Because they negative. Damn, I can't make it up. The High Priestess comes out in reverse. Heavy. Heavy. This is what that you don't even realize that they've been sending you psychic attack. To start with the High Priestess in reverse. Baby, they are blocked from they third eye blocked. They can't see beyond the horizon. So what they done sent your way thinking that shit was gonna affect you, man. This shit going back so hard. They ain't even gonna somebody gonna have to with this 4 of Cups, they gonna have to come seek help from you. They gonna need your help. Cause they ain't gonna be able to Hell no. Hell no. They is not gonna be able to get through this one. It may actually cause the ending to somebody. Somebody may be reaching out to say so-and-so passed. My condolences, but don't dish out what Gucci Man said. Don't write a check that you know your ass can't cash. They know what they've been out here doing. High Priestess with the Star in reverse. And guess what comes out on top? Justice. This is a lot going on right now. Somebody can't manifest. I mean, speaking piss poor on a person. But with judgment coming out like Trump in his page, it's not working because you're not in a lower vibration, right? You still moving forward because you have the 3 here. Death comes. You close that timeline completely. Individuals cannot reach you. But if you wanted to know why you keep getting this 4 of Cups with this Wheel of Fortune, it is because you have not energetically closed the cycle out. So, you are sitting pretty. You do need somebody needs to either take a spiritual bath, but you're going to have to actually strengthen your connection to the divine. Whatever, you're going to have to strengthen that because, baby, they're attacking you left and right. And this is family for somebody. Like, a family member could have been working with a lover, but I'm picking up strictly family. Because them be the ones that talk down on you the most. And so, but you get justice with judgment. They will have to deal with that will gonna hit their ass back. So somebody actually may have to deal with that if they was wishing that on you. Man, that's the message I have for y'all. I will see y'all in the next one because I ain't been here in about a week, couple days, and this is what I'm picking up on. This is what we picking up on, but that be the reality though. Heal and show up for your goals and your dreams, your aspiration. Keep chasing the shit that works for you.